Natalie? Oh no. Oh.
With this is that we often talk about an elastic connection in Lindy Hop, right? This is particularly true. It happens in both open and closed position. We're going to be focusing a little bit on the open because there's this elastic connection. Ideally, we're kind of creating a little bit of a tension, a little bit of a pull at all times. So as we're dancing here, and we're dancing in basic in the open, there's always a little bit of stretch here, okay? As we're dancing, okay? And if I were to lead a rock step, I give space for more stretch to happen, but I'm not pushing her into that rock step. I'm giving more space, and she's taking it and maintaining this stretch here. What we're avoiding doing is coming up here, okay? And having this sort of floppy connection. You'll notice, like, a lot of times when you're like here, I'll be the awkward follow, and they're like, they don't want to get away from the lead, and they immediately come back. Yeah, no, you want to keep it.
We want to keep it the same tension consistently.
Right.
So it's our job and their job.
Right. Excellent. I'm trying to be the anchor for this. What I'm trying to avoid doing is like walking towards the follow and taking away that connection.
It gets floppy or flaccid, never a good word. So yeah, you don't want this going on here. This is not good. You want that consistent tension.
Yeah, if you can't maintain this for 3 to 5 minutes, you see your local dance.
I'm sorry.
Well, this is more elastic. I'm talking about elastic connection.
Of course.
So, yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on dancing in place for the moment. The leads are going to be the anchor. Okay? And they're going to try and stay in place. And the follows are going to try to subtly pull away, so to drift back a little bit to kind of maintain this tension. All right, and we're just going to work on keeping this. And the leads, we're going to make sure that we're not getting pulled forward and breaking this. All right, and the follows are going to make sure
you can feel when it is the right amount of tension, and that's how some dancers just look smoother and stuff than others. So it's just an exercise towards smoothing out the dancing.
Right, and we're not holding it up here. We're letting it fall as far down as it can go. So you want the connection as low as it can be while still having tension at it.
Let's do it.
Okay. There's no pushing going on here. Okay.
There's no motion.
All right. So for a lot of times, we often think of well, I need to push the follow into a rock step. It's like, well, no, you don't.
Not every time.
Not every time.
Only when you want to lead the rock step for a specific reason.
Right. There's no pushing. And in fact, I have no tension in my arms. I'm grabbing with my hand because I need to hold on to this thing, but my arm, if I let go, it would just fall. I see some people and they're holding this up here like this, like they're holding a tray. I want you to try what you can to disengage your arm a little bit. Think about grabbing with the muscle behind your lats, the muscle behind your shoulder, and engaging that rather than your arm. Okay, so that's going to help you kind of maintain this sort of elastic connection we're going for. If I start grabbing it up here, I kind of steal that away.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm seeing a lot of finesse going on here. Not a lot, but a fair amount. So watch out that the arm, when you're doing this, see, when you're doing, let's say you're dancing and that arm is hanging dead, just hanging, it just brings everything kind of down. It looks sort of mad, right? But when you bring the arm up, right, and you get in position, everything's going to look better. And you haven't done anything different foot-wise. It's not the fancy footwork that sells the dance. It's everything else. It's the garnishments.
The other thing is, remember to do your footwork. Add some pulse to it. Okay, I'm seeing some people that are kind of so focused in on this, they're forgetting to do their footwork. Do the footwork, let the arm just kind of hang there.
All right, let's do it again.
All right, guys, it's a side pass that we normally do the right side pass, or the left side pass.
Outside?
Outside pass. Because it's going to let this not be twisted, and so it's going to let us do a couple of them.
If we do a right side pass, it's going to be twist. So we're going to do basics.
Oh. So we're not going under the arm.
The idea is that we're going to the left side pass. Okay, like this is a move. It doesn't always get as often because it's.
You don't have to go. You don't have to lift the arm. You can always just lead them this way.
Okay, and so the idea for the lead here is we're creating a rock step and we're giving space down that line to get the follow going. And we're maintaining that stretch throughout the move. What we want to avoid, hold on, I want to show what we're trying to avoid here, is like when you move this way and then the elastic comes out because we're not maintaining it. The way you maintain it is the hand drops. So like as we're passing by, I just bring the hand down, okay, as we're passing by. It doesn't need to be, I see a lot of times when people are dancing and they'll do this move and they'll bring the hand up like this. The whole idea is that we do this, we keep that hand low and we keep that strong connection throughout.
The belt, but the arm is relaxed, okay? I'm not engaging this part and this part here because then I
We're
can't.
not, in other words, keep it down, right? Don't come up and tense up like that. It's down here.
Even if you
You're
have
holding
it-
on tight with the hand, but these muscles are released.
Even if you have it low, don't be like flexing this arm down here while you're down low. Grip with the hand, yes. Let the arm, the forearm and the bicep relax, okay? Because this is what you're going to be listening with, and if you're flexing it, you're not going to be hearing the connection as well as you might otherwise.
Okay, let's do it again.
You want to use the whole, you want to get to the
We're going straight through, as we do on past class, and back here, remember, we don't stop until it's stopped. Well, in this case, we're being stopped a little bit later because it's a bend. So there should be the most stretch is when you get to the end of the line. As I go by, it gets a little looser but not floppy, but down here, it's definitely stretching more than anywhere else.
Okay.
And that's where you get that swing action where you bounce back.
right. So you should, and the leads you should be encouraging motions that like I'm giving space on that rock step, so I'm giving space and then taking it away, and then I can give space again and then pull back in. But I'm trying to create that linear motion. I want to get the follow moving as far as 1, 2,
Wrong way.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay? You've seen that a bunch. Okay? It's this sort of curly cue on the pass by. And that's because they're not letting the stretch happen. If you do a pass by, you just kind of keep it low and let it stretch out. The whole curly cue is very often that feeling that like, oh, we're not connected. I need to sit up.
Tighten it up,
Tighten it up.
But really, we need to just be farther apart to
Yes.
keep that. So both of us need to go to the end of our little rubber band.
Okay, this is part of what that drill is. Yes, this is the direction we're giving.
Can I add something too?
Absolutely.
How can the follows know when with their eyes closed, especially with even a normal, that they're supposed to be moving forward?
Excellent question. It's because when you give space as the lead, you're giving direction. Okay, so when my hand goes back, it's going that direction. It's going back in is the opposite direction to the direction you're eventually going to go in. Straight back, straight forward. So I give space back, and now that's the direction the follow needs to be going forward in. Okay, so if you pay attention to whatever direction is the initial one going back, that's the direction that it's going to be going forward.
Because we know we're supposed to be doing, but how do you, and you step back sometimes too, right? You don't pull.
No, I'm not, I'm using my arm as little as I can. I'm trying to use my waist and my feet as much as I can, so
So if you move your body back or to the side in that case, that's where we feel that we're supposed to go, and that's what makes it smoother than if you pull with your arm.
to try and get your partner
Yeah, this is what it would
going.
look
Or if you have to sit
If I
there.
was just using my arm,
Right, oh, wow, yeah, see, that gives you a jerky motion, and you always want to avoid that. Any kind of arm motion from the leads is going to give you a little bit of a jerky motion. Whereas if you use your body, then you glide.
yeah, like when I do a rock step, most of the time I twist my body, my upper body, to create whatever motion I want. So like if I'm doing a straight rock step, I'm twisting my upper body to...
So in other words, he's moving his body somehow to let us know that we need to come forward.
Right.
And we would never go forward if we don't feel it.
And the way I'm accomplishing this is I give her space in one direction. And that direction, she takes that space, and now that creates the movement backward. You notice I'm accomplishing all of this without having to push against her hand. Okay, like there's this idea that very often we think we're pushing the follow into the rock step. Whereas what's really happening in actuality, and this drill is trying to show, is I create a space, a negative space, and she takes that space, and that space has a direction. Like maxing up muscles, like, we're like in this tug of war with each other trying to do it. And what I'm trying to show is it's about feel and it's about space more than it's about strength. Here, Julie, you give me one for a rock step, two for a pull in, so you have your eyes closed.
Oh.
I just led me a rock step right there, all right? And leaving a pull in. Okay? Now, you're all like, if you're thinking that I'm doing this because of the mechanical bone-to-bone connection between us on our hands, that's not what's really going on. What's happening is she's listening to what I'm asking for and what I'm offering.
Yeah, you can tell the difference. Yeah, when you're led a rock step with a major push, unless it's like there's a big reason to do a bigger rock step, like an aerial or something, then you're gonna push it with a rock step. But if you're just on the social dance floor.
Social dance floor, if I need a rock step, it's mostly just going to be an issue of...
Yeah, why are you leading rock steps on the dance floor unless it's a specific move that you need to do?
Yeah.
There's no need to lead them.
But I'm giving space for it. The whole idea of this is give space and allows for rock step because the follow wants to keep that stretch in there. And the only way you can keep that stretch is by doing a rock step. And then if I don't, then the only way she can keep an appropriate enough stretch is by coming in, not using a rock step. It's about keeping the proper
We're
level
not
of tension.
dancing these pants. We're just trying to demonstrate, to help you feel it a little bit without using the hands, because sometimes people can't differentiate. So that's enough on this. We've done that for 2.